Hi, welcome back to part 2 in a series of clips talking about beliefs and how to change them. I mentioned in the previous video how powerful beliefs are. So when you see people in the street, or you're in certain situations, or you've experienced certain situations in your life, have you actually created that? By that I mean whatever you think about is how you're treated. So perception is projection. So people, how they think of themselves and how they feel is actually projected out to the world. I'm not going to try and talk about people who swagger down the street. I wonder why they're doing that. They're trying to project how confident they actually are. But certain signals do actually leak. So professionals such as myself, or even you guys out there, you can tell whether somebody's congruent. By congruent, I mean telling the truth. If I start to look down at the floor and not really look into your eyes or look into the camera, you would realise that I'm not telling the truth, saying, I can help you with your confidence. So it's all about these signals that are leaking. Are you saying exactly what you mean? Because there are scripts going on. I've spoken about the unconscious mind, and you are, for 95% of the day, in pure automatic behaviours. That's right, 95% of the day. Only 5% of the time are you actually in conscious control. You can see this all around you, perhaps with the obesity epidemic, people smoking and drinking, and also what about self-esteem and the stress levels, how people think about themselves actually starts to turn inward and affect their bodies. I'm not going to talk about disease at the moment, how that's manifested. That'll come on later videos. So these beliefs, you can actually change them. And I spoke in the last video about changing your belief, because if you have a negative if you have a negative belief about yourself, then surely that's going to negatively impact on all the other people around you. So if you don't think you're good enough, then that's going to project out to other people, and perhaps you won't get that promotion, perhaps you won't get that fantastic relationship, or improve a relationship that you're currently within. So it's all about the 2 P's I mentioned on the last video. This is important: pain and pleasure. So people move away from pain and towards pleasure, but sometimes people's short-term pleasure is going to give them long-term health, ill health. So really negative benefits through eating too much food or smoking too much. Smoking or eating is just using a vehicle really to give you short-term satisfaction, but in the long term that's going to decrease your longevity of life, make your breath smell, not really enhance your life. But that's hooked into you because it's an addiction. You're using this perhaps as an emotional crutch to help you get through perhaps a bad patch in your life, or you just like eating certain amounts of food. So how do we change that? Well, to start off with, we are going to change our self-talk. And you do talk to yourself, by the way, approximately 65,000 times a day. You're only aware of 7,000 plus of those thoughts. What are thoughts? They're sounds, they're pictures, they're feelings, either externally, that you see something, you smell something, or you feel something and it affects you internally. You start to think, you start to feel, you get an emotion, you act on that, and then that becomes a behaviour. And as I said before, that will become a habit. Coming back to beliefs again, isn't a belief something you've told yourself or wired yourself over an experience that's happened again and again, and you believe that to be true? That you can't get a fantastic relationship, you'll never score that goal, or you'll never lose weight. My name's been Dominic Borsbury. Look out for part 3, where I will explain the step-by-step process to help you get where you want to and improve your current beliefs. Thank you.